You have ID?
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything, any weapons, anything?
No, I don't carry any weapons.
Do you have permission from the Raiders or the NFL to fly over the stadium?
No, probably not. I was just on my way home to Sacramento and I saw my...
Well, you were at the Niner game too.
Yeah.
So you weren't really...
Well, I was going home. Sacramento.
Gotcha. No probation, no parole in Sac County?
No, sir.
Okay.
All my insurance and license is up to date.
Motor 9, going to service 429. What do you say, confirm what?
Just confirming going to service for 29.
A for Motor 9, going to service for 29 on the drone pilot.
Are you on probation or parole, sir?
He said no.
You ever been arrested?
Motor 9 on service for 29, please.
That's a ticket. You been in jail before?
Yeah, but no.
10-4.
You trespassed again. Yeah, the drone across that. And you can't go to that airspace.
Warning area?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't go to that. Are you with a company or something?
No, I used to be. I used to be independent. Now I'm homeless.
So you just flying in for what?
Public information.
You mean public information?
Arouse curiosity.
For what?
Council.
Hang on one second. Let them run you up.
You probably...
You don't have no weapons on you, do you?
Last of Mapes, Mary, Adam, Paul, Edward, Sam. First of Tracy, Tom, Robert, Adam, Charles, Yellow. His middle is M for Michael. He's a WMA with a DOB of 04, 13 of 62, 62, and I got CDL if you want it. I just have one.
Separate your feet for us.
What's that?
Separate your feet. Okay, my name's Tracy Mapes. And what we're here to discuss today is my involvement in the use of a drone to drop leaflets over Levi Stadium and Oakland Coliseum on November 26th of 2017. I went to these locations for a specific purpose. Levi Stadium was holding a military and law enforcement appreciation day. The message that I had for those people was very important because I thought that they may have enough influence or knowledge to prove the allegations that I'm claiming that the government has been infiltrated by felons, prostitutes, and people of character that is very questionable. And so here we are talking about me flying a little plastic airplane that you can get at a department store, safely, I might add, dropping some leaflets, and the primary concern has been the drone itself. A small plastic toy, and yet nobody has looked into the reason for why I went to those stadiums. And they shake our nation at their core. And to set that aside so that you can prosecute me for flying a plastic drone seems entirely ridiculous. Anyway, I came upon this knowledge in an unusual way. I'm not going to go into super detail on this particular part, but In the early 1990s, late 1980s, I, as a construction worker, frequented several boulevard areas known for prostitution. I knew girls on the boulevard for about 7 years. I corresponded with some of them in jail mail and became very familiar with their lifestyle. I left that particular style of life in 1995 when I became a newsman. And I was a newsman until 2005, right around about that time, and supplied several local TV stations with news video on a regular basis. Anyway, back to our story. I went to Levi Stadium because it was Law Enforcement and Military Appreciation Day. As you can see from the film, there were flyovers by San Jose police helicopters and airliners. I have video from YouTube. I did not shoot this video, but it is from the exact same day of the event of my violation of the law. And I believe it's pertinent in the fact that airliner is able to fly over a crowded arena, but a $1,000 plastic plane is too dangerous. And that may seem moot to the current condition of this case, but I think it's very pertinent in the fact that I was the only one there on this celebration of freedom and patriotism and the rolling out of a flag who was there for patriotic purposes. It's one thing to say you're a patriot, it's another to roll out a flag, but it's also another thing to do the things that are important and right when it comes to defending our nation. And that's why I was there. During my time of knowing the girls that were working on the boulevard, I corresponded with many of them in jail mail, both in local county jails and also in prisons as they were transferred for more serious offenses. These include letters from people that became other people in our government or in entertainment, such people as Catherine Zeta-Jones, Kamala Harris, State Senator, former Attorney General of California, several other people. What's wrong with this is the fact that they're taking unusual channels to get to where they're at, and it's being done with the support of law enforcement, government officials, and criminal organizations. And it includes people all the way to the Supreme Court, the White House, and I think that we're going to have to get a little handle on this is just a little bit more important than a plastic plane flying over a stadium to warn you about the dangers of corruption in our nation. Now, I've prepared 7 reports which have been handed over to the DOJ, the FBI. It's been transmitted on the internet for at least 2.5 years. Actually, not 2.5 years. Let's go back and say since 2019, these 7 reports have been available. But I've been telling the story for over 10 years and got 0 response from the federal agencies of Department of Justice or the FBI. It's not really a matter I can report to local law enforcement because this is out of their jurisdiction. Anyway, this is why I dropped leaflets on Levi Stadium and Oakland Coliseum. I am not denying that I did drop these leaflets on both of these locations on the 26th of November in 2017. What I am denying is the fact that you people don't know what is important. You don't know about national security. You don't know about the national airspace. And you're irresponsible. And I've had it with you. I don't give a fuck about my fucking plastic plane. I give a fuck about my goddamn country. And so you find me guilty, you penalize me any fucking way you want. This is the facts of the matter. We've got reports here that I filed with the Department of Justice. One is Emily Deschanel. That may seem very innocuous. She's just an actress, prostitute actress. Who really cares, right? Ann Coulter, also from Sacramento, California. She made her way to the news media. I found over 150 personnel that have made their way to the news media from prostitution on the streets of Sacramento. We got another newscaster here, Megan Kelly. She made her way to Las Vegas as a prostitute. She was going to work for 21 days at a trailer, and she never returned. But she's a newscaster now. Kamala Harris. I thought her jail mail was never going to have any importance at all until they developed the character Kamala Harris. And her handwriting on the letters matches her handwriting today exactly. Michelle Obama. Michelle Robinson. The First Lady of the United States, wife of the President of the United States, Barack Obama. Prostitution, Sacramento. These people have been filtered up through the government by an unnatural means of criminal enterprise. One of the reports also includes a woman who I only knew as Angela. She is now Sonia Sotomayor, and she holds a seat on the Supreme Court of the United States. If you don't find any of these reports concerning, you shouldn't be an American. You shouldn't be a citizen. You shouldn't be a lawyer. You shouldn't be a prosecutor. And you should not be a judge. Because this is the very fabric of our nation being torn apart by a criminal enterprise. And that's why I dropped the leaflets on Levi Stadium and Oakland Coliseum to reach out to the law enforcement community and the military to realize that this is a very serious situation and it involves national security at the highest levels of our government. My name is Tracy Mapes, and I'm pleading guilty to the following charges: violation of the national airspace over Levi Stadium and Oakland Coliseum on November 26th of 2017. Thank you.
Second. Black Panther captain. The maps are behind.
The sign.
Hey, Sarge, you wanted to know if you can park while we're waiting?
We're good.
No, I heard there was PC for the Niner game.
Huh?
I heard there's PC for 10:15.
Yeah, Chewy's checking on that right now. What's 10:15?
The 10-4, that's what I got. So, Elkhorn Boulevard, Sac.
Good to go.
Different county. No, they have 10:15 X-rays.
These yours or mine?
Mine.
Hey, so how does this work? What type of drone is that?
DJI.
And then you just, how do you make it? Huh?
No, I'm talking to Leo.
How do you, is the magnet, is it magnet,
Lose my car.
is it like electric?
Listen to him.
No, I'm curious. I want to know how it works. Is it like an electrically charged magnet, or how does it drop? How do you make that drop stuff?
What do you mean?
You flew stuff hooked to the magnet,
Oh, it's
and then when you hit a certain spot, you drop things.
Right of it's a door.
There's a what?
It's a door.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a lot more technologically advanced.
They have like,
There's a door just
has
doesn't
an identifier.
Oh, this right here.
Yeah. So what falls out of that?
Turn it off, push the button on the top 2 times until the green lights go out. And then on that gray box, okay, and all the green lights out. On the gray box, you switch that gray box, there's a switch it to the forward position. That should be it.
Hey, sir, just for our safety, can we just step on the sidewalk? I don't want to. Is there anything illegal in your vehicle?
Not that I know of.
What could there be? What could there be?
Well, I wasn't trying to notice what I wrong. You want an example?
Sure. Are they in your vehicle?
Yes.
Can I go in there?
On this side, I believe, can you see that door's open?
Okay.
In the glove box, there should be a notice.
In the glove box?
Yeah.